Tonight, a fire breached through a Moscow barn. Find out what was lost.
And a former Cougs professional season is likely over before it even begins.
Murrow News 8 starts now.
Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Lou Santos.
And I'm Celeste Harms. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
A massive fire north of Moscow burnt a large barn used as a commercial piano restoration business last night. According to the Moscow Pullman Daily News, the blaze was reported at around 8 p.m. on Foothill Road and swirled 50,000 feet into the sky. The Latah County Sheriff's Office told us that they are investigating the fire and have yet to identify the cause. They say numerous pianos and other possessions of the business were lost, but no one was injured.
A Palouse City house fire forced the closure of both lanes of traffic on State Route 27 Monday morning. Palouse Fire Chief Scott Beeson says the fire was accidental and it started from faulty knob and tube wiring. Beeson says 2 residents escaped the inferno before firefighters from Palouse, Pullman, Potlatch, and Moscow responded to the incident.
Heavy rain on the west side of the state is causing flooding all around. Schools in the Everett area were closed Monday due to flooding. Chris Burke with the National Weather Service told KOMO 4 that the Snoqualmie River is flowing twice its volume and it's considered in a flood stage. We'll have more about weather information on Western Washington and how that rainfall affects us here on the Palouse later in the show.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau won a second term in Canada's national elections last night. According to the Associated Press, he lost the majority but delivered strong results. Trudeau's victory comes in spite of a series of scandals during the course of the campaign, including old pictures of the Prime Minister in blackface, which surfaced last month. The Associated Press reports that Trudeau's Liberal Party took the most seats in Parliament, which gives it the best chance to form a government. But falling short of a majority means Trudeau's government must rely on the support of smaller parties to advance his agenda. And ballots for state voting on legislators and county officials are coming up as we approach the end of fall. Gunnar Peterson comes to us live from Terrell Mall, where he will demonstrate how you can go about this process. Gunnar?
Thanks, Celeste. Now, November is fast approaching, and a little refresher on the voting process never hurt anybody. Now, what I have here in my hand is a sample ballot for Whitman County resident, and if you go to school at WSU or live in the city of Pullman, you already fit that criteria. So what this ballot actually is voting on is state legislators, certain bills, and also held positions in higher Whitman County officials. So simply, whenever you get one of these ballots, you mark to the left of whatever you want to vote for, the legislator or bill or the official position in Whitman County itself, and you turn it into one of these official ballot drop boxes outside the Cub here. You can also send it to Pullman Town Hall or in Colfax as well in the Service Center. I'm Gunnar Peterson. Remember, Cougs, get your vote in by November 5th, 2019. Back to you guys at the desk.
Again, that's Gunnar Peterson reporting live from outside Terrell Library. Thanks, Gunnar.
You can attend Soup is On, a food event benefiting the Latah Recovery Center. The event happens tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 1912 Center. For $20, you can have all-you-can-eat soup from Moscow restaurants like Bloom, Breakfast Club, Sangria Grill, and more. Director Daryl Kime says that he hopes that the event will give members of the Palouse a way to bond over food.
So the whole idea is very simple. It's all about providing a sense of community. And we'll have all kinds of people there. And it's just about sitting down, having a community meal over fresh soup and fresh bread.
Soup is On tickets are available at the 1912 Center or at the Latah Recovery Center.
The New York State Attorney General Letitia James announced today that 47 attorneys general from states and U.S. territories plan to take part in an antitrust probe into Facebook. According to CNBC, the New York-led probe will investigate whether Facebook broke any state or federal laws in its efforts to retain dominance as a social media platform. CNBC reports that James said the attorneys general are concerned that Facebook may have put consumer data at risk and reduced the quality of consumers' choices. When we come back, find out which former Coug is getting a fresh start in the NFL.
And we'll see when this win might stop.
When Murrow News 8 continues.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
The Washington State Cougars are going to Oregon this weekend. The Oregon Ducks have 6 wins and 1 loss, and the Cougs have 4 wins and 3 losses. Here's what Cougar head coach Mike Leach has to say about the Oregon Ducks quarterback, Justin Herbert.
I just think he's talented. I think he's a talented guy. I'm very pleased we have ours instead.
The game is on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. The New York Giants signed former WSU linebacker Deone Buchanan this afternoon. Buchanan was a first-round pick in the 2014 draft by the Arizona Cardinals. He also spent time as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr told NBC Sports Bay Area that former WSU star Klay Thompson is unlikely to play this season. Klay tore his ACL in Game 6 of last year's NBA Finals. The Warriors start their season Thursday against the LA Clippers. The Houston Astros and Washington Nationals face off in Game 1 of the World Series tonight. The Astros ended up winning the ALCS in Game 6 on Saturday, but not before the Yankees extended the series by winning Game 5. Justin Verlander continued to struggle in elimination games, giving up a home run to Aaron Hicks. Former Mariner James Paxton dealt for the Yanks, striking out the side here. The next night, Astros trying to close out the series in Game 6. DJ LeMahieu had other ideas, launching this one to tie it up in the 9th bottom of the inning. Jose Altuve is the hero for the Astros, sending this one to deep left center field. And the Astros to their second World Series in 3 years. Game 1 of the Fall Classic features a fantastic pitching matchup, Garrett Cole versus Max Scherzer. According to CougCenter.com, the WSU volleyball team fell from rank 21 to 24 Monday in the American Volleyball Coaches Association poll. The volleyball team is now 16-4. They are playing the Colorado Buffaloes on their turf Thursday at 6 p.m. The new NBA season begins tonight. The Raptors begin their title defense against the New Orleans Pelicans in Toronto, while Anthony Davis debuts with the Los Angeles Lakers as they take on the new-look LA Clippers. Look out for WSU alum Robert Franks, who is on the Charlotte Hornets roster this season as a two-way player.
Next, it's been a really windy day on the Palouse.
Logan Plant will tell us when we can expect the gusts to stop when Murrow News 8 returns.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. Logan Plant is over at the weather wall. What's this weekend looking like, Logan?
Yeah, this week's looking like a bit of a transition one weather-wise. Let's start with today. Looking at today's weather, you probably noticed how windy it was on your walk to class today. Those winds were reaching up to 28 miles an hour this afternoon. Those are some pretty strong gusts. We'll talk about the wind in just a second. Sun came up at 7:18 a.m., went down at about 5:49 p.m. this evening. We only have about a week and a half left until we're going to set those clocks back, and the sun will be setting around 4:30 in the afternoon, so be prepared for that. Low of 36, one of the last days for a while now that we're going to see above freezing temperatures for our lows. Let's move on to tomorrow. 53 degrees high, that's a lot different from today. It was in the mid-60s today, really unusual for this time of year. 34 degrees for your low, and those winds calming down a lot tomorrow, only about 8 miles an hour. That's pretty normal. And the sun will go down 5:48 p.m. Taking a look across the state now. Over on the west side of Washington, 53 degrees in Seattle and 60 in Olympia. With lows of 43. It'll be a while until they get below freezing as a normal temperature. Really warm over in central Washington here. We see 70 degrees in Yakima and all the way up to 76 in the Tri-Cities. That's going to go down over the next week. And then over on our side of the state, 63 in Spokane and 62 in Pullman. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast now. Tomorrow, 53 degrees and a low of 34 with some sun. No rain in the forecast for this week. It'll stay partly cloudy all the way through the weekend. We have 55 degrees and 41 for Thursday. Friday, dip up back into the 60s for a brief time, and then over the weekend, temperatures are going to really start plummeting into 48 and 46 for Saturday and Sunday, with lows in the high 20s. So make sure in the morning when you're warming up your car, you leave just a little bit extra time to get ready to head out, and we'll send it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Logan. When we come back, hear the latest on a galaxy far, far away.
That story when Murrow News 8 returns.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back. Tickets for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker are on sale for opening week, including the Village Center Cinemas in Pullman. A trailer for the new Star Wars movie coming out this December dropped last night during Monday Night Football. This will be the 9th and final installment in the Skywalker saga and will bring an end to Disney's new trilogy. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker comes out December 20th. Well, Logan, what do you think about this?
I'm not watching the trailer. I don't want to see anything else until the movie comes out in a couple of months.
Why is that?
I think that trailers these days just show too much of the movie. I don't need to see all that before I go to the theater.
Sounds good.
All right, well,
have you seen it?
I have seen the trailer, and it's like kind of revealing, but it's not the worst. You could probably get away with it and still like enjoy the movie afterwards. But I understand you want to like be totally exposed to something new, so I get that.
Thank you so much for watching tonight. Be sure to watch our newscasts at nwpb.org/emanate and on Cable 8 at 7 and 10.
Don't forget, you can also follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.